What's up, YouTubers and Star Wars fans? This is my second Black Series review, the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series, and this is number 2. This is Darth Maul, and yeah, he came out 5 years ago now, in 2013. I think it was the second figure I picked up, and again in Forbidden Planet, and he comes with his double-ended lightsaber. He came with his little binocular things, and this cape, which is kind of cool, and a second head as well, so you can have him without the cape. And he's got 17 points of articulation. And I guess the key thing about this figure for me, well, first of all, he was really rare for a long time, and there was loads of bootlegs knocking about because people wanted to get him. And do you know what? This figure doesn't deserve the hype that he's had, really. And I'll tell you, there's a good reason for that, and that's because this came out. And this is the SH Figuarts Darth Maul figure, which came out, I don't know if it came out, it wasn't that much later. I bet it was later than I think, actually. I'm just trying to get focus on this guy. Anyway, this thing is literally like Ray Park's been miniaturized and run around to your house, jump through your letterbox, and it's in your hand, because it's absolutely perfect, right? And it comes with a second head as well, which actually is pretty similar to the Black Series one. Not a lot between those, actually. It's closer, but it does. I mean, if you put the two together, you know, it's just so much better, the SH Figuarts one. And I think what happened, and it happened with me, was I started buying SH Figuarts when this came out. This was number 1 of SH Figuarts, and it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So it was a bit of a problem, because then people started thinking, it's better than the Black Series. Obviously more expensive, but I think a lot of people at that point were conflicted as to what to do. Now, obviously, with the Black Series one, you get the cape, so you can actually have both and display them differently. You've got different heads. You can change it up. You can collect both, and some people do. But yeah, for me, this is one of those figures where SH Figuarts just trumps it completely. However, I do still like the Black Series one. I like Black Series figures more than SH Figuarts figures for one big reason, and that's that they are more like a toy. You could give this to a kid and it probably won't break, whereas I've had SH Figuarts figures where their arms fall off and you spend an hour trying to reattach them. You know, they are delicate, and for me, these are toys, and I think they should be, you know, at least be able to be chucked around a bit. That's what I kind of like about the Black Series. So there's nothing wrong with the figure. It's great. I say it's got a couple of accessories. It's a good figure, and I was really pleased with it when it first came out. But I think now with the competition that you've got with SH Figuarts, it probably doesn't hold up quite as well as it once did. So what would I give it? I think the face sculpt lets it down. It's a little bit cartoony, but I think overall, the overall package, it's the fact you can have effectively 2 versions of Darth Maul. I would probably give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's slightly better than the X-Wing Luke. You feel like you're getting a lot for your money because you've got the cape. The lightsaber's good. I think sometimes when things are in parts, the only danger there is as a toy, it falls down because children playing with it can lose the bits. So I think that's, as a toy, it kind of lets it down a little bit. He's also not the easiest to stand up. He's behaving very well at the moment, but he's one that is tricky to stand sometimes because the feet are kind of curved on there. But yeah, he's great. I give him 4 out of 5, and yeah, I would pick him up. So may the force be with you. See you on the next review.